to the fairground. Talking of the fairground, don't forget to go and have a ride on one of the Harris family drive. The Harris family been travelling the fairs and villages of Sussex for over 100 years, well over 100 years now. So they're here supporting us again. This is the Sentinel. Sentinels were built up at Shrewsbury. They had a vertical boiler inside the cab. And this one was built as a timber tractor. It's got a separate steam engine to drive the winch. You can see the winch anchor, those two bits sticking out behind, to drop onto the ground and dig in once you put the winch cable out. And this would have done quite a bit of work, because not only would it haul the tree trunks out of the forest, it probably also towed a timber trailer behind it, and they would have used the winch to load the timber up onto the trailer, and then use this vehicle to tow the trailer to the timber yard.
Okay, that's followed by the Wallace tractor, Tauntington. And when you talk of a steam tractor, it's not an agricultural machine as such. It's an engine that was built for haulage, and hence it's fitted with belly tanks for extra water capacity, and a bit like the sump on your car for better lubrication.
Now the Clayton and Shuttleworth wagon, got what we call a locomotive type boiler, and the lorry body on the back of it, chain drive to the back axle, example of their wagon.
There we are, so that's an example of an over-type steam wagon with the engine over the boiler, and the Super Sentinel here of HMS Sultan is an example of an under-type. So if you're all paying attention, you'll know that means the engine is under the chassis, and in fact you can see it as it comes round. Same as the Clayton in front, a chain drive down to the rear axle, and that is a Sentinel wagon with 2 Gs always.
Notice also in the front and rear rolls there are some other round plates with the name Wallace. I don't know, Stevens doesn't get a look in, but it's only Wallace that gets his name on them. And what will fill the inside of the roller with water, which makes it is now to a much heavier roller depending on what you need.
Very careful, but they say good patina to the paintwork, which is lovely to see. The Burrell tractor was known as the gold medal tractor because as part of the RAC trials in the early 1900s, Burrell's won the prize, and my didn't they shout about it.
If you're looking at it and think the chimney looks a lot higher than some of the open engines, because originally this did have a canopy fitted to it. When I first saw this engine, it had a canopy, so the chimney was a bit higher. Like the example we've got here. The canopy on the top. Oh, they're Burrell tractors.
Yeah, believe it or not, I've actually been inside the... But very smart, that engine, nice 3/4 length cab, ideal engine for roading the rallies, and a nice size for using on the road. It's followed by Mr. Croft with his Aveling Barford, and Aveling Barfords were the final development of Aveling Corner, and they were better because Ruston's had some input into the design. This one's known as the Prince of Wales. An interesting point on this engine, as it comes past you, as it comes around the arena, you look down on the rear wheel, you see the apparatus there, you rip the road up, then you torque it over level, roll it against all-in-one machine. So that's the Scarifier.
Now Jonathan on with his Elder roller. This was supplied, we've still got the contractor's name on the side there, R. Dingle and Sons, Stoke Crimson down in Cornwall. They were a very, very huge road contracting company. They would send me by rail all over the country on road rolling contracts. Jonathan's had this one now quite a number of years, and it has always turned out in absolutely immaculate condition. Lovely to see. And again, this one's got the Scarifier.
Yeah, lovely roller, looking just as it should. And I was explaining earlier, it's another one fitted with the Scarifier, which you can see the young lad riding on. It's another one of our Sentinel under-type, and they've painted in a lovely maroony red. And I believe hanging on the side of the belly tank there, you can see a coiled up hose. You'll notice a lot of these engines have those. And in the days where you travelled miles by road with your steam engine, you could use that pipe, and it's fitted to what's known as a water lifter. You could draw water from a roadside ditch, but never ever from a horse trough.
Now Shepherd Dean's, in Shepherd Dean's colours, the Sentinel S4, and to say, motor lorries came in and steam basically finished. But I think that, to my mind, that's as far as the development of steam engines went. Very, very nice engine.
Yeah, and it was the first diesel Sentinel lorries shared a lot in common with the S-type steam Sentinels.
I think they're more or less the same cab.
That's right, now we've got a Marshall built in Gainsborough. Very smart roller this one, done many miles on the road. You see it's been fitted with rubber tyres. You barely notice, and I notice sitting here, which is a lot kinder to the engine